Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be talking about this guy named Jeremy. And if you guys don't already know who Jeremy is, he's a really big YouTuber. He has over 1 million subscribers, and he mainly plays Adopt Me. Now you might be wondering, why am I talking about this? Well, as you guys all know, Adopt Me is literally the most popular game on Roblox, and it has over 300,000 people playing it at some times. And it's just like a huge game, and it has more than a whole bunch of Steam games. And there has been recent controversy inside of this community, and I just want to go ahead and talk about this to give my opinions on it. So basically it all surrounds with Jeremy, like I said before, and it all started with him giving like an unpopular opinion, like some people do on Twitter, and it's just basically him sharing his opinion on Adopt Me. Of course, this opinion is not that unpopular, if I'm being honest. I know a ton of people that actually think the exact same thing, including me. At least part of the statement that he made, I agree with. And just summarizing the entire tweet, he basically says, Adopt Me sucks, and YouTubers are only used to put money into Adopt Me's pockets, or at least the developers' pockets, and that's all they want the YouTubers for, and they don't care about them. They dislike them, actually. They also manipulate their child audience into putting money in their pockets by buying stuff on their game. Now, basically, after him tweeting this, all hell broke loose inside of the Adopt Me community on Twitter. So then people started exposing Jeremy for stuff that he did, such as, trash talking YouTubers that he actually met in real life behind their back, and saying stuff like their videos are clickbait, etc. And somebody actually leaked an entire DM screenshot video, and I'll go ahead and look at some of the highlights. So basically right here you can see he's calling their content clickbait. And here he's saying that they're fake and they're not actually nice and they're really mean in real life. And you might be asking, hey, how does Jeremy respond to this? He must have some kind of good response, and he must be defending himself, which he doesn't. Someone basically just says that he's immature and he's a bully, and he agrees with them, and then says that they have no proof of him doing those things that were inside of the video that I just showed you, even though that's the proof. So I'm not sure if he's blind or something, because there's the proof right there. And moving on, he also uploads like an entire 12-minute video on why he quit Adopt Me. And some of the stuff I actually agree with him inside of the video, because it was a really thought out video in my opinion. And basically in the video, some of the stuff I don't agree with, of course, and he talks about how he gives away stuff, and that's why the Adopt Me team does not like him. And he also talks about how the Adopt Me team on their main account for Adopt Me used to follow him and other YouTubers and then stopped following them. And that was basically the nail in the coffin for him quitting Adopt Me. He also goes on to say why he quit Adopt Me in the first place, calling it a game that manipulates children and is really bad because it's a pay-to-win game, and it basically just takes money out your pocket, tricks these little kids into buying it because that's the only way you can actually get in the game. Which of course I agree with, because some of this stuff actually costs so much money, and you are required to spend money on it if you don't want to have your entire life spent on this game, and you actually want to have fun and not just grind. Yeah, I do agree with that part, and this game is pretty pay to win. Also, he goes on to mention that they don't like their creators and they don't help him with anything, and when they did actually help him, it took 3 weeks because they ghosted him and his items back. And like I was saying before, how Jeremy was talking about how they didn't add a creator code like other games have, such as Royal High and stuff. Well, basically right after his video, Adopt Me decided to add an entire influencer program as soon as he left, which kind of like insult to injury, because he's already going to get less views and get less money, but also he could have been inside of the program that they have now. And who knows, maybe they're only doing this because Jeremy said this and because they got called out for this. Now back on his thing where he was talking trash about other creators, these people named Leah and Santa got screenshots for conversations where he says awful things and calls that are hours long with his friends sharing awful things. And of course, I'm not sure if these are actually true because they haven't shown any of it. And Jeremy says, can you not take this privately? You guys are blowing it up and wouldn't have any backing evidence. I honestly have no clue what these calls are or what evidence you have, but start showing proof or taking it private. Your followers are blindly believing this. And of course, whatever they say, their followers are going to believe it, because the Adopt Me community is not very old like other communities, like the Apocalypse Rising community. They're just not as old in general. So they are going to believe a ton of this stuff that isn't true. However, this might not be true or might be true because they haven't shown any evidence. Now, more on this entire situation of the game being pay to win. We all know this. However, how is it pay to win? So basically, there's stuff inside the game that you need to buy, like these eggs. They introduce a gambling system, and when you have a gambling system, people just can't stop. It works just like real gambling in real life, and it's basically the exact same system. You put in bucks, you could get something good, you could get something bad, and this system makes little kids spend all of their money because they think that 5% chance is actually 50 when really there's absolutely no chance of them getting it, and they end up spending all their money on these eggs and stuff and not get anything from it. And there's really no way of getting around this, because to progress in the game and to actually be like really good at the game and to be able to flex on your friends, you have to open these eggs, because getting bucks the normal way without paying Robux is actually extremely hard and takes a long time. So that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me your opinion down below on what you think of Jeremy and him quitting, and what you think of him supposedly not liking these YouTubers that he's met in real life and dissing them behind their back. Do you think that's true? Do you think it's false? Personally, I think it might be true, because why would these YouTubers with over 2 million subscribers just lie to their fans like that? It happens all the time. But who knows? Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe so more people know about this. And thank you guys so much for watching. Follow my Twitter, join my Discord down below, and goodbye.
Got my eyes on a computer screen, trying to work my digits in. I fidget with my lettering, but never with my sentences. I pause and check the clock, and it appears it's 6 a.m. again. Another night wasted or another day finished, and my mind is steady running in place. I don't want to fall asleep, cause I got so much to say, but I don't want to stay awake and keep exhaustion.